I'm over here trying to fix what's not broken. One of my favorite drinks of all time is a michelada. If you don't know what a michelada is, it's also known as like a red beer. It's got some kind of like Bloody Mary mix sometimes, a little bit of hot sauce, maybe some lime, salt rim. I'm going to do an experiment here, fermenting my own tomato beer. Let's do it. I'm gonna start with these beefsteak tomatoes. I'm using beefsteak because they were on sale. I'm just gonna cut these up. Fun fact, these tomato boogers here, this jelly part, is full of glutamic acid, which is perceived as like an umami, which I thought was really interesting. So we're doing 4 of these big boy tomatoes. Perfect, gorgeous. Just gonna put my hand into and plugged in and on. Cool. I would also like to add a little bit of jalapeno. I want like a little bit of that jalapeno vegetal note. Just a slight amount of heat. I never do this, but I am just gonna de-seed these. I never de-seed like that. Maybe I'll cut them in half. Boom. Next, we're gonna add in 1 cup of just white sugar. That's gonna give the yeast that we're gonna add something to munch on. Next on the list is a little bit of lime juice. So about 1 ounce of lime juice. I've got some lees, which is the dead yeast. These dead yeast act as a yeast nutrient for the yeast that we're gonna add. Yeast eat dead yeast as nutrients, so they cannibalize themselves, which is super fucking metal. This is a dry ale yeast. Characteristics. American ale yeast producing well-balanced beers with a very clear, crisp end palate. That sounds perfect. That sounds like exactly what we're going for. And we don't need a lot of this. Teeny little bit. That seems like enough. So this is 1 liter of water. And yeah, there we have it. I'm just gonna cap it off kind of loosely. Burp and stir this at least once a day. And we'll check back in maybe a week's time. We're back with the tomato michelada beer. We racked this on the 8th. It's now the 10th. So we racked this 2 days ago into this new container. Got some of the particulates, the pulp from the tomatoes and the jalapeno out. As you can see, it's started to settle out a little bit. It's got this really interesting yellowy color. PP, like, if you will. There is a little bit of action happening in here as far as there's still CO2 being produced. So that's a good thing because we want to try to capture that remaining CO2 in the bottle so that we have like a nice fizzy beer. So our next step is get this racked off into the bottle. Insert the device. You raise me up. You raise me up. There we go. You raise me up. They're rustic, I gotta say. A bit rustic. I guess we'll come back in about 3 days. I forgot to put the no sediment. This is like supposed to keep the gunk out. No wonder there's like, that's annoying. You raise me up. Since the last time we filmed, I believe I let these sit in the cupboard for at least 3 days, maybe a couple more. They cleared up, like, I mean, that's really cool. Simultaneously, like, super exciting and also really devastating because all of this sediment here could have been avoided. One of my biggest regrets in life. That and the time I drunkenly drove the scooter into a curb. The beer looks fantastic. I'm always a little bit afraid to open these inside. We've had 2 fairly significant incidents. Oh my God. Oh my God, no. No. We're outside where it's safe. There's plenty of room. Let's get just one more look at it before I stir all that junk up at the bottom. I mean, pretty proud of this. It looks like a clear, shitty beer, which is what I was going for.
And nothing happened.
Heartbreaking. It smells like, like pizza sauce or something? I guess I'll taste some.
I think there's some bubbles.
I mean, it's more like a tomato wine, almost. It smells really savory. The jalapeno is super coming through. Wow, it's really dry. It's not very sweet at all. It's a little tingly, spicy. Like definitely, the jalapeno is there. I mean, if it was fizzy, it would be great. It's like a really weird, savory wine.
You're really good.
I think deglazing.
Hi, Stelma.
I'm gonna try these other two bottles. See if we can get any fizz. Another dud. Okay. This is our last hope. Obviously what happened here is either there wasn't enough sugar when I put it in the bottle to continue to ferment and make bubbles, or maybe there is like a very small amount of carbon dioxide being produced, but I put it in the fridge instead of letting it build. A bit of a bummer. What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna make like a michelada wine spritzer thing.
Ooh.
Topo Chico, always there for you when you need a fizzy lifting drink. It lifts me up. This is just some pineapple that is thawing. Nothing to see here. I've got this vial of probably 4 or 5 year old chili
No,
salt.
it's 2.5
Like, okay, that is like a single chunk of salt now. Okay. So we got lime. This is a nice big glass. And it's a decent amount of lime in there, you know? Here. Let's see. I'll just try like a little half and half-ish. I think that's probably plenty. Cristal. We do carry Tabasco at this bar and grill as well for guests. And hit it with that topo. Cheat code right there. I'm just gonna throw this in. I mean, it was really nice. It's really crisp and clean for a michelada.
Did it age well?
This is good. This is delicious, actually. The chili salt and the lime juice and a little bit of effervescence. I really wish that it was bubbly because I think like that fine bubbles of like a beer would be better here if you got a little bit of like that beer head, the foam. This might be something to revisit. It's definitely spicy, limey. The tomato could be a little more pronounced. I don't know. It's pretty damn good. I'm over here trying to fix what's not broken. Not a success. Yeah.